What's up, guys? Welcome to Joy of the Trade. Another week to make some money. Here we are on Monday, and everybody's trying to make heads and tails of the stock market, which has been just incredibly perplexing the past few weeks. The past few months have been a little bit difficult for a lot of pros to get a grasp of. Ask Kathy Wood. I've talked exhaustively about her. I'm not going to talk about her today. Last week, we saw some super bearishness. We saw some deep selling and a lot of the names that have been getting crushed, which have been mainly in technology and semiconductors, FANG stocks, and some of the COVID stocks, the stay-at-home stocks. But I think this week we're going to see another place, another sector, another area of the market which has been driving great returns start to show some vulnerability. And those are commodities-related stocks. I'm starting to see some strange moves in charts and commodities that were going parabolic. And I'm thinking we might have put a top in a few of these commodities. So let's take a look. All right. So first thing I want you guys to notice is this year-to-date bar right here. So this year, I always just have a big lay of the land. Let's take a look at this. 35% in crude, mid-60s. We've got aluminum up 24%. We've got copper's up 32%. Iron ore is 16%. And of course, if we look at the agricultural stocks, let's go look at those. You've got corn up 34%, soybeans up 21% on the year. And so these are big moves. But last week, there was a move in one particular commodity that really woke me up. And it was iron ore. Look at this bad boy. So we had a move in iron ore that went parabolic, did about 30% move here, and then boom, this big retracement down here. And that was because of China, some slowdown in China demand for iron ore. They're the world's leading source of construction raw material demand, and have been for probably about 20 years now. Anyways, China sets the tone. This thing started coming down, and the look of this chart is it looks like it made a top. We'll probably retest to get back down to the beginning of this bar, this gap down. But I'm telling you, that's something to pay close attention to. If you look at this Bloomberg aggregated commodities index, this is also looking like it's made its high, and now it's consolidating. Made a new little pop up here, but not bringing it all the way back. I think we're going to come back down to earth here, possibly, and most likely, and start testing these moving averages, or coming more in line with these moving averages. And just look at the difference between. This is an interesting chart. This is something that I'm going to probably do something with here pretty soon, possibly as soon as this week. But this blue line here are the mining stocks, the XME ETF. And this candle chart here is GDX, which are gold mining stocks. And so they were trending nicely for most of COVID 2020. And then this year, this inflation trade started to go bonkers. And these mining stocks have just ripped. And gold is starting to look a lot more constructive here, actually, breaking above the moving averages, the GDX miners. But look at this spread. I think the spread might compress here. I think the spread between the gold driller, the gold miners, and the metals miners, which are copper and iron and steel, these kind of miners, the economic inflation miners, are going to sag a little bit. I have that feeling, and the feeling that the gold miners are going to catch a bid, and you're going to see a compression of this spread that's just gone haywire. So you never know what's going to be moving the needle in the stock market, but I like to get ahead of these things. It might be presumptuous to say that we could see some weakness in this super hot sector, and it's a bit contrarian, but I'm a contrarian by nature. So keep an eye on it. Nobody's expecting it, and those are the trades that usually do the best. I don't think it's going to shift the longer term trajectory of those things, but I think you could get some painful selling in some of the commodity stocks that have just been bulletproof and on fire. So LFG guys, let's have a solid week. I'll be back on Wednesday talking to Mr. Roger Scott. So if you guys saw this video on YouTube, like it. If you haven't subscribed already to Wealth Press, Subscribe. You're going to get a lot more of these videos. LFG, guys, make it a good one.